Hello, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Kayla Jobman. I represent the University of Texas at Dallas, and I have a lot of good information for you guys today. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I have put my contact information there at the bottom. Please feel free to email me with any questions that you have, or if you would like to set up a one-on-one virtual appointment. I will also include my email at the end of this presentation, so if you aren't able to jot it down now, it will come up again at the end. So as I mentioned, lots of information to cover over today, but this is just kind of a brief overview. And we're going to start with some history. So UT Dallas was founded in 1961 as a graduate research center, and then we were signed into the UT system in 1969. And we kind of built the university backwards. So we started with graduates, and then we welcomed juniors and seniors onto our campus in 1975, and then freshmen finally in 1990. So we have only had a full undergrad class on our campus for just about 30 years now. So very young, lots of really great ways to leave your legacy on the university. We are one of 9 Tier 1 research institutes in the state, and we have over 112,000 alumni worldwide. Just some quick little facts and figures for you. We are #1 best value public university in the state of Texas. We are the most inclusive campus in the Southwest US for inclusivity. And then we are #9 in the nation for global diversity. Our mascot, as you can see there in the bottom and the middle, is Timok the Comet. And if you are a fan of words and language, then you will notice that Timok is comet spelt backwards. So we'll get into our academic programs and some opportunities that we have. Just some kind of outcomes information for you. The biggest one that I want to draw your attention to is on the right-hand side. All 24 of the Fortune 500 companies in the DFW area have hired our alumni. We really value hands-on experience and making sure that not only are you graduating with your degree, but also you are graduating with knowledge of, job experience and having that hands-on work experience so that it makes it a little bit easier to find that job right after graduation. We do have over 140 different academic programs to choose from within our 8 different schools. We do offer double major opportunities as well as fast track opportunities. The fast track opportunity is actually the ability to start master's coursework in your senior year of your undergrad. So if you know that you want to go on and get your master's, or maybe the career or profession that you are going into requires a master's degree, then you can start that before you graduate with your bachelor's. So we'll go through the different schools that we have and highlight some programs. Our School of Arts and Humanities is one of the first schools that was founded at UTD. The 5 different programs that are in this school, you can see there: history, Latin American studies, literature, philosophy, and visual and performing arts. The school also houses our foreign language opportunities, and we offer courses in Spanish, French, German, Japanese, Chinese, and Arabic. This school also hosts a variety of performing events throughout the year, performing arts events, and if you want to be a part of the arts, you can. You do not have to have a major or a minor in the school to be able to participate, which I just think is really neat. So if you are a fan of music or dance, but you want to study engineering, you can still participate while you're getting your engineering degree. And then our School of Arts, Technology, and Emerging Communications. So this is the newest school that we have at UTD, and it was founded in 2015. All of the students in this school will have that same degree of arts, technology, and emerging communication, but you can actually customize it by picking one of the concentrations. So we have concentrations in animation, games, design and production, and critical media studies. We bring in speakers from Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks. Our animation program is ranked #2 in the state. So it's a really great opportunity to not only get a great education, of course, but network with, maybe a potential employer if you have dreams of working for a big animating studio like Disney. We have also had students go on to do some really cool things that you might not think about with this degree. For example, we had a student in their senior year who worked as a recording engineer for the popular hip hop group Migos. Our School of Behavioral and Brain Sciences. So this is one of the more research-focused schools on campus. They house the programs that you see there and partner with research centers, including the Callier Center for Communication Disorders and the Center for Vital Longevity. Again, we really value hands-on experience, especially in research. And so we want to make sure that you are being able to participate and not only, take your education and go to your career with it, but actually have practical application. So some of our students have assisted with the Spring Festival at the Dallas Arboretum, and it gave them the opportunity to work with members who were attending the event who were hearing impaired. And they were able to help those members and participants listen to the music that was being played, even though that they were hearing impaired. So really, really neat things that you can do with the practical applications of your degree. And then our School of Economic, Political, and Policy Sciences, or EPS as we shorthand it to, because that can be a mouthful sometimes. Lots of programs here. Our criminology program is ranked number 9 in the nation, and our geospatial information sciences program is number 1. A lot of our students who major in this school are very passionate about helping people, and many have, public sector career goals like becoming a lawyer or working for the government in some way. We do also offer a few double major opportunities in this school. So we have a couple with our School of Management. We offer international political economy and a double major in global business. And then we also offer economics with a double major in finance. Also, for those of you guys who are interested in forensics, we do offer a criminology and biology double major as well. And then our Eric Johnson School of Engineering and Computer Science. This is the second largest school that we have at UTD and consists of a variety of engineering programs as well as computer science and data science. This school was named after one of our founders. Our 3 founders are the same individuals who founded Texas Instruments, or TI. That's the company that, you might know better as the company who created those really handy graphing calculators that you guys have probably used. So engineering, math, innovation, all of that is at the forefront and the founding of our university. Our computer science, mechanical engineering, and computer engineering programs are ranked number 3 in the state. Our School of Interdisciplinary Studies. So even this is one of the smaller schools that we have on campus in terms of number of programs. It houses one of the fastest growing degrees. Healthcare studies has grown so significantly, and in my opinion, it's one of the best programs to choose if you are interested in going into the healthcare field. So this degree actually allows you to pick one of the 10 different tracks. So you could have healthcare studies as your program with a concentration or a track as pre-med. We offer pre-physical therapy, pre-ophthalmology, lots of different opportunities there. We also have a lot of students in this school picking the interdisciplinary studies program because they want to go on and be a teacher. And that IS program allows you to actually pick different foundations and a concentration. So you can really kind of mold the degree into what you want it to be for that teacher certification. We will also be offering a Bachelor's of Education starting in the fall of 2021. This is going to be our newest program, and it will be housed within this school. And there will be much more information to come about that, so keep an eye on our website. Our School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, again, another research-focused school on campus with quite a few different programs. You'll see that data science program is also listed here, as well as on our engineering and computer science school. So data science is a combination of computer science, mathematics, and statistics. So that's why it has the 2 different schools that are joined together in that program. And it really teaches you how to gather data, analyze it. It'll provide you the skills to be able to work for a company who needs help making sure that they're running efficiently and smoothly and analyzing that data to make sure that they are being, maybe as cost effective or as efficient in their work processes as they possibly can. Again, like I mentioned, lots of research here. This school has partnered with a few different research centers, including the Hansen Center for Space Studies and the McDiarmid Nanotech Institute, where one of their research projects is the invention of carbon nanotube artificial muscles, which I think is just so fascinating and just provides really good insight onto the groundbreaking work that we are doing here at UTD. And then last but certainly not least, our Naveen Jindal School of Management. This is the largest school that we have at UTD with lots of different programs to offer. One thing that I really like about this school is that it requires all of their students to have community service and an internship before graduation. So like I mentioned at the beginning, we really value hands-on experience, and we want to make sure that you are taking your education out into the real world for that practical application. Also, as I mentioned, all of the 24 Fortune 500 companies that are in the DFW area have hired our alumni. And a lot of times they hire our alumni because they have that hands-on experience before they're graduating. And then just a few resource centers for you. The Health Professions Advising Center is there for any of you guys going into the healthcare field, whether that be a professional school or whatever that looks like for you. 75% of our students who are using this resource center are being admitted to medical school. To give you a comparison, that national rate is about 40%. So we are almost double the national rate for admittance into medical school. This center will also help you with practice interviews, studying for the MCATs, the dental admission test, anything like that, you know, going through the processes of finding that professional school, applying anything extra that might come along. And then very similar is the Pre-Law Advising Center for anybody who is wanting to go to law school after graduation. 91% of our students who are using this center are being accepted to law school. We offer mock trial, mediation, and moot court competition teams so that you can get that experience in the courtroom. The picture that you see on the slide is actually on our campus, and it is a replica that we built of the state courthouse. So we want to make sure that you know, you're not intimidated walking into the courtroom and that you really feel at ease there, because that's where you're going to spend a lot of your time as a lawyer. So we want to make sure you're comfortable. We help you with LSAT prep, law school application advising, interviews, all of that good stuff as well. And then the Teacher Development Center for anyone who is interested in getting their teacher certification. We do have a 100% pass rate on those teacher certification exams. We offer certifications in a variety of different grade levels and subject areas. And we also have a program called UTeach. And that program actually allows our students to go into a classroom, sometimes within their first semester as a student at UTD, and actually develop a lesson plan and deliver it to a class. So you know, if you have goals of teaching high school and you do this application and you go into the classroom and you talk to this class of high schoolers and you realize that it might not be for you, then that's okay. That's why we have this program, so that you know exactly, you know, where you should be. And if you want to change your goals a little bit and maybe look at middle school instead of high school or whatever that looks like for you, we want to make sure that you have that experience. And then, of course, we know that you are not going to spend all of your education in the classroom. We want you to get out and have fun and enjoy our campus. We have over 350 different student organizations available for you to join. They range from personal interests like Harry Potter Club or knitting. We have professional organizations. We have Greek life. We pretty much have a little bit of everything. However, if you are looking for something specific and it doesn't exist yet, you can create your own organization. So it's very easy. It's a really great way to leave your legacy on the university and, you know, make a place for future students who might want that same organization that didn't exist until you created it. And then we do have athletics as well as intramural and club sports. We also offer esports teams in League of Legends, Smash Brothers, Overwatch, Rocket League, and Animal Crossing. There are many more intramural and club teams than are listed on this slide. And all of those teams are listed on our rec center's website, so you can go take a look at what we have to offer, but lots of ways to be involved and stay active. And then lots of student resources for you. I'm just going to highlight a couple though. Our Gallerstein Gender Center and our Multicultural Center do a lot on campus to make sure that everybody feels welcome, everybody has a place where they belong, everybody feels included. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we are a very diverse and very inclusive campus, and these two centers are at the forefront of those programs and, you know, making sure that everyone feels at home here. And then speaking of home, as far as housing goes, we do not require any students to live on campus, so freshmen are not required to live in the dorms. However, you might want to. Our residence halls are pretty nice. They've all been built within the last 10 to 15 years, and the floor plan is a little bit different. So instead of sharing a room with somebody that you might not know, our residence halls are set up more like apartments. So each student has their own room, and then you have 2 other suite mates that you are going to share a bathroom and a living space with. So really just 3 bedrooms, bathroom and living space. It's much more personal. You have your own space. You can have privacy. You can, get away and find that quiet place to study, whatever that looks like for you. There are, of course, large communal areas and places for you to gather if you want that bigger group setting, or you have that your privacy of your individual room. And then living learning communities are something that we offer in the residence halls. So if you are living in the res halls and you want to live with people who are maybe coming from the same background or studying the same thing that you are, you can select one of these LLCs. So for example, if you are first generation and you want to be housed with other first generation students, then you can apply to that first generation living learning community, and then you will be housed with all other first gen students. So it's a really great way to make friends before you get into the classroom, meet people that you might see in the classroom if you pick one of the academic LLCs. So it's just a really good opportunity to look into, and I highly encourage it. And then what does the application process look like, and what do you need to submit? So we do a holistic review for all of our freshmen. We are test optional for fall 2021. So if you don't have test scores, that's okay. We will look at everything that you submit to us. I recommend you submit an essay, letters of recommendation if you have them, or a resume, because it provides a lot of additional information about you as a student and you as a person than we could ever hope to get from just your transcript alone. And then we do honor the Texas top 10% rule. So if you graduate top 10% of your high school, you do have that assured admission to the university. And then what are our required items? So you will need to submit your application either through Apply Texas or the Common App, whichever works better for you. There is a $50 application fee. We do accept some of the various fee waivers available. We will need your official high school transcripts. Those can be submitted electronically from your counselor or physically sent in the mail from them as well. And then test scores. So like I mentioned, we are test optional for fall 2021. So if you don't have test scores, or maybe you just aren't really happy with your test scores and you weren't able to retest, that's okay. Test scores will not hurt you for fall 2021. So if you submit a lower score and it typically wouldn't help you at all, then that's okay. It's not going to hurt your application. If you don't have test scores or you just don't want to submit them, you can use the applying without score form. And then you'll just need to select if you're submitting an essay or letters of recommendation or a resume instead of those test scores. Our regular application deadline is May 1st. So coming up, but you still have some time to get that completed. It is, I recommend getting it done as soon as possible, because if you wait right up until May 1st, for some reason, waiting until a deadline, there's always something that goes wrong or something that's not delivered on time. So please just complete your application as soon as you can, but you do have until May 1st to submit everything. And then as far as transfers, so if you think that starting at a more local college or community college before transferring to UTD is better for you, that's okay. We do offer ways to gain assured admission as a transfer student, and I am happy to sit down with you and create a transfer plan so that you are taking transferable coursework at that college before you come to UTD. And then financial aid and scholarships. So this is just a general overview of our tuition and costs. This is based on 12 credit hours per semester, so that's what we consider full-time. If you decide to take more than that, then you are not going to pay anything additional over that 12. So once you reach full-time, tuition does not increase. And then you'll see 2 different Texas resident rates. So we have the variable rate and the guaranteed. The variable tuition rate is just whatever the tuition rate is that year. each year it could change. Tuition typically changes from year to year. If you choose the guaranteed rate, then that rate is locked in. Whatever that guaranteed rate is when you lock in your tuition, that's what you will be paying for the next 4 years. No matter what tuition changes to, that will be your tuition rate. So it's a really great way to budget and, you know, plan effectively for your schooling if you pick that guaranteed. And then the financial aid process, so you'll want to gain admission, of course, submit the FAFSA or TASFA application if you haven't already, and then just make sure that you are monitoring those applications to submit any additional documents if anything is needed. We do have 64% of our students graduating debt-free, so we want to help you guys pay for school. And the FAFSA or the TASFA is a really great way for us to know what your need is. And then this is information about the FAFSA. Our code is listed there, 009741. The priority deadline for FAFSA is March 15th, so I highly recommend submitting it before then. And then, of course, if you have specific questions regarding financial aid, you can always reach out to their office directly at that email address listed there, or you can visit their website where they have a chat feature available right now, so you can actually chat with somebody and get some quick answers for simple questions. And then scholarship opportunities. So our Academic Excellence Scholarship, that deadline was December 1st. So if you submitted everything before then, you could be reviewed for that scholarship. Diversity Scholars Program, that deadline is February 15th. McDermott Scholars Program, they have closed their application. National Merit Scholars Program, if you are a National Merit and you qualify, I highly recommend you come to UTD. That is an amazing scholarship, you know, full tuition coverage with stipends. So it's a great opportunity. The Terry Foundation Scholarship, that deadline was January 5th. So if you applied for that, you should have additional information. And then the Valedictorian Scholarship, if you graduate valedictorian of your school, you actually will have full tuition coverage for your freshman year. And then you can potentially renew that scholarship for additional years if you meet specific credit and GPA requirements. And that's a great opportunity to go to school for pretty much no cost and have your tuition covered. And then how are you going to connect with us? So since you can't come visit us in person right now, we do have a variety of different virtual options for you. So this page, if you want to scan that QR code, this is our virtual resources page, and it's a really great kind of one-stop shop for information and updates. Our virtual events are linked here, as well as different virtual tour options. And then we also post some various COVID updates, which will be very important in the coming months to find out anything new about fall 2021 admissions and in the future. And then this event, this is a new event that we created this year for our virtual world. Discover UTD Week is a week-long event. The sessions are in the evenings, so from 4 to 7 p.m., so after school for you, so you don't have to worry about missing any classes. And there's different sessions from all of the different academic departments. You could learn about study abroad opportunities, get more information on financial aid and scholarships, get detailed information about the admissions process and application information. So a really, really great event. You do not have to attend every single session, so you can pick and choose whatever applies to you. We have a few events that are going on this semester. So one starting Monday, February 22nd, one starting on March 22nd, and then one starting on April 26th. So one each month this semester. That QR code in the corner will take you to the registration page. And this is an opportunity that you could potentially qualify for an application fee waiver. So if you don't qualify for a fee waiver through other means like an SAT or through free and reduced lunch, something like that, this could be a good option for you if you need that financial assistance. And then you can also meet with an admissions counselor during this event as well. So really, really great educational opportunities. Highly, highly recommend it. You'll get to meet potentially future faculty and staff in the different schools. So it's a great way to connect before you're actually a student. And then, as I mentioned, my email is listed there again. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me directly. I am your admissions counselor, so I am happy to help you through the application and admissions process and get you to UTD. And yeah, thank you so much for being here today and listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.